What's up? What's up? Hope everybody's doing good. We're going to check this out, see what's going on today. Can anybody hear me out there? Let me do this real quick. Let's just hang out up for a second. Go back up in here. Let's go over here. So what's up, guys? My chat was locked up. I apologize for that. Wasn't an earthquake a bean you had for dinner? Good one, Phoenix. Hey, guys. You guys know I wasn't going to do a show tonight because of, I was pretty busy with my wife today. She had surgery. Everything went okay. For those that prayed and everything for me and for my wife, we really do appreciate it. I can't tell you how much we appreciate it because it does mean a lot. So I really do. I appreciate that, guys. It's something that we should all do for each other without even having to be asked. You know what I'm saying? If we know there's an issue. And that's exactly what happened. I didn't ask for it. You guys just did it because you care. Okay? So, yeah. It was a different experience, during all of this pandemic stuff that we're dealing with. With that being said, it's, anybody hadn't been into a hospital since all this stuff started? Yeah, it is definitely a different thing going on. I couldn't even, they only let you have one visitor. So when I take my wife, it was just me. I couldn't bring my kids or anything like that. They don't allow that in the hospital right now. So it's most definitely something that is, kind of crazy and kind of going on, and it's just whatever, But obviously, guys, we got had a big earthquake, and we're going to be talking about that. And I'm going to run through some other stuff here too. Also, yes, that's exactly right, CW. By the way, I did get your email, so I will be responding, guys. I just haven't had any chance at all. Stacking up, Sparky. Yeah, let me show you what he's talking about. I know exactly what he's saying here. You could probably look at that right there and know exactly what he's saying. Yeah, I know, guys. It's okay. It is. It's all right. If you guys want to pop over there, I know that he's doing his show and everything. That's okay. It's not going to bother me either way. I know that, I want to try to make this as quick as I can. Anybody that is over here from Mark's, I'll probably be going over there as soon as I'm done with this. I'm going to try to make this as quick as I can. But, I just wanted to, get this out there and show everybody, at least people that hadn't heard about this earthquake, because there is stuff going on around this. And I've come across a weird anomaly right here in the Aleutian Islands. So if you give me a second and just give me a few minutes here to kind of explain what I'm talking about. I'm curious to know if this is something normal. So I'm really asking for help on what I'm actually seeing. I don't really know what I'm seeing, and I'll show you guys that here in just a second. But it's odd that I only seen it in this area. Okay, right here where this thing. Oh, did China have one too? Well, we can look. Well, that's on the corner of China there. That's in Afghanistan. Let's do this. We can change the settings here. I got that. Let's go over here. We'll change it to, I don't know, well, let's go 7 days, 2.5 and above. So yeah, there's nothing really going on in China. They did have one right here. I seen it yesterday. That one there was a 4.4 in Chasse, or whatever, how you pronounce that. Yeah. But yeah, there is stuff going on here, guys, that we're going to talk about it here because it is. Let me just say this first and foremost. Anybody that's been watching my channel, Dutch's channel, Mike and Cindy over at Evolutionary Energy Arts. I know I'm forgetting people here. But a lot of people have talked about this, and what have we all been saying? almost every one of us, without, I've not talked to any of those people except for Mike and Cindy, but we didn't even talk about this. We were talking about a satellite feed. Okay? What I'm saying is, remember yesterday, the day before, I said, hey guys, stuff is really, really quiet. Too quiet. And it is definitely, this is what we would expect to happen after a big lull period like that. So this isn't like unexpected, because it was expected. We should have already had one of these well before today. So, yeah. Yeah. Hey, that's a classic there, man. Hard for Truth. Burning ring of fire. Yeah. But, as you can see, I mean, we even got one up in here in Canada, and I seen this yesterday, and I didn't really point it out, I don't think. But that's a 4.3 up here in a place where they don't typically get, especially 4s. Usually when you see these quakes happen, like off the beaten path, like the fault lines and stuff, they're smaller when they're out here. But this here, am I going to get tsunamis in South Jersey? Oh, no. Not even close. Okay. We're on the other side, Christine. So, yeah, we're talking about the Pacific over here, I'm sure. So, yeah, we had that one there. That was a 5. That was in the central mid-Atlantic ridge. We get earthquakes there quite often. Okay? Yeah, guys, the buoys did start going off. Okay? I tell you what, I don't really want to look at that yet. I want to go through some other stuff first. But we'll take a quick look at this first, okay? Now, obviously, guys, when we look at these over here and it's red, the box is red, we know that it's not good. It's what is good though. What do I always say about this? If you see the pager tab and it's green, that's a good thing. Cause watch, we'll go in here and click on that. What this is going to tell you is the chance of fatalities and the chance of estimated economic loss. Now, how they determined that this quick, I have no idea. I'm sure there's parameters about population and all that kind of stuff. They're just out here saying that there is not going to be any economic loss from structural stuff falling, because this was out in the water. Okay, it might have been. I think it was out over the water. Yeah, right here. So you can see how it all, just kind of went up like throwing a rock in a pond. I mean, we've talked about that before. But even more important than the economic stuff, is this one. Estimated fatalities. I look at this thing first, because this is what is more important. It should be. This is what we all should look at. Now, if you're in the areas that are getting these, you wouldn't want to go straight to this. You're going to want to try to figure out what's going on first so you can protect yourself. That kind of thing. So, yeah. So when we see stuff like this, these are very, very normal. And, what this is saying is there's a 29% chance that 1 to 10 people may pass away from this. There's a 69% chance that nobody will. So if you look at that, I mean, basically they're saying, hey, nobody's going to, die from this. And this even helps confirm that, because they're saying there is not going to be any economic loss because of this one. Now, those things are subject to change, but right now, that's initially what they're saying. So with that being said, we will, let's get off of that. Now, we can go in here and look. This is the shake map, I think. So when you click on that, what color was that box? It was in here. So it was right there. Now, if this quake had been over here, or up here, or anywhere else on these islands where there's a bunch of people, this could have been really, really bad. I mean, look at it. That close in mileage. Okay? Now, they felt it. Look, you see, here's an orange box. That's down here in the moderate range. Very strong is what it says. Right here. Those are physical reports. These aren't seismographs. These are people calling in, reporting what they felt, what they seen, all that kind of stuff. This would freak you out a little bit. Now, when we see stuff like this up here, obviously, the first thing we're going to think about is a tsunami, right? I mean, that's where my mind goes anyway. And so if you see this little wave box here, you can click on that. Now, see, it says Tsunami Advisory right now. It was a warning, but there's been enough time now. Now, listen, look, guys, what you guys just said about Hawaii, they've got an advisory for Hawaii right now. Right there. So you can click on that, and it says View Bulletin by clicking on the breakpoint marker. That would be probably right there. Yeah. Zoom. It'll take us right into it. Okay? So, this is kind of what we're looking at, you know? We don't want big tsunamis, obviously. We don't want, really, really bad stuff, because that's what it is. But that is the biggest one we've had in quite some time. Now, something else of note. Now, let me check my filter here real quick. What am I at here? Oh, 7 days. Okay, so in the past 7 days, this is pretty much what we've seen. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you back just to 1 day, all magnitudes. Now, do you see a pattern? Because the little ones, people don't pay attention to, but they should. They really should. Because it will point you the right direction on what's actually going on. So if we look at these right now, we're going to zoom in here, and you're going to see where all this stuff is happening. Right? I mean, it's swarming right there. We're getting, where was that at? That was, well, it's not even let me click on it. There it goes. That was in Ridgely, Tennessee. That's an odd place to have an earthquake. It's around the New Madrid, but it's not, extremely big or anything. So, yeah, you can't get that picture of the earth with no water out of your head. Yeah, it rocks your world first time you see that, doesn't it? It's like, what in the world? And, we always picture this big, nice, smooth-looking globe. Well, it ain't so smooth. It's a rock. When people call it the third rock from the sun, that's what it is. It's a rock. More so a magnet than anything. But, yeah. So as we're, like I said, guys, look. These are all firing right now. Who said the stacking up? I can't remember who said that. But you were dead on when you said that. So with this, we got, stacking up of the earthquakes right on top of the big one. And if we can just scroll down through here, they're 4s, they're 5s, okay? These are all aftershocks. And, that's what we would expect on something big like that. And, so, yeah. Sorry, I'm getting distracted a little bit. Apologize. Alright. Where was I? Okay. Well, we're going to go back here. We're going to give you a little update on Spaceweather real quick so I can get my head back in this. Anyway. You got a spike here. You got spikes going on right here. Nothing really big. Okay? It's just, it is what it is. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to put this chat away. If anybody has any issues or whatever, I'll check back in on it in a minute. But I want to get through this as quick as I can. So, what are we looking at here? Well, we had 3 flares right there. We had another small one here. And then you guys remember the C-class flares we had 2 days ago. But this time we're seeing geomagnetic activity rise, which means we're taking hits on our magnetosphere. That's what that means, okay? We got up into a 3, which is normal. Nothing, I mean, that's actually about perfect conditions for everybody involved. You can't get really much better than that. You know, ham radio operators and GPS users, you know, that really doesn't bother them too much when they're getting magnetic activity of that level. Now, you know, here's the sunspot, and it's facing right on us right now. Okay, so if this thing does anything at all, it's going to come at us. Something else that's happening right now too, guys. We've got coronal holes opening up all over the sun right now. And I was noticing this too. You guys see this little appendage out here? That thing right there has been there for like 4 days. And I think I even mentioned it in my last video. How, you know, straight lines. How are we getting straight lines? Nature doesn't work like that. So, yeah, I don't know what's causing that. But we got another big active area getting ready to come in. We'll go over that a little bit more over on ISWA. But here's the space weather conditions. Solar wind obviously bumped up, and then the density started coming down. That's just what happens almost every time. Okay? But this is all within normal range. Nothing's really crazy here. The phi angle staying pretty consistent. Temperature's consistent. The BZ is right on 0 pretty much as you go down through here. So you take that for whatever it's worth, you know. It's just normal conditions. So then we look at the Enlil model, and we are right here in time. So we know that we took some increased density here. Because this is history right here. These 2 days behind us. So that's exactly what happened. I mean, that's what this model does. It looks at that, and that's where it plots that point. But I find it interesting that Stereo A and the Earth are experiencing a uptick of just about the same. At almost the exact same time. And remember, guys, look over here. That's the Earth. This is Stereo A. Millions of miles away. Okay? So, you know, it's almost like you can draw a triangle right here between us and the sun and Stereo A, which isn't that big of a deal. Now, when you could draw like a, you know, an angle like that to another planet, like say this was Mars, that could actually cause issues. The angle of that magnetism can actually kick off quakes and everything else. So, you know, but we got the velocity here, and it's going up. And you got Stereo B, don't even worry about that stupid thing. I wish we could get data from that, but you can forget it. The magnometer, it's kind of bouncing around a little bit. Then we got this, the electron flux. Not much going on there. So. Stereo A. Yeah, it's kind of doing something over there. Kind of hard to see. But that's the latest captures we got on that. I wanted to show you guys this too. I'll just push play on these. We can watch all three of them move at the same time. You know, just more activity. That's all this is pointing to. And we're getting more and more. It's going to get more and more active as time goes on. You know, this is pretty decent looking magnetic connection lines over here. The arches is kind of looping out pretty tall. And then over here also, I'll zoom in a little bit more, maybe we can see a little bit better. But yeah, there's a 304. I don't see any like impressive CME things going on right here. But that's not to say that it didn't happen before this. I'm going to grab this and we're going to just move the slide bar. Now did you watch right here, guys? I think that was a small flare. So just watch right there. Well, right in here, let me click on this right here. And I'll leave my mouse right there, and I'll just use my arrow keys. See that? And again, that is not a big deal. It's a small one. That's just something my eye caught. All right. But that is, you know, stuff like that. Sometimes when it does that, it will actually turn into a sunspot shortly thereafter. You know, we've seen that before. But it's strange that this one here, it's actually starting to do stuff. Okay. Now, if you watch real close right there, you're going to see it get bright and even go over here. See it right there? And then you can actually even see it traveling that connection line. Doesn't stay there long. It's this little crackling, a little bit of solar flare action going on there. Okay? Push play on this one. And again, guys, we're not going to see much. You know, because there's not really a whole lot happening Earth facing. Okay? And the CMEs and stuff have actually started to calm down. If you look over here, you're going to see a little bit of an ejection over here that happened early on the 19th, right around noon. See that? How it opens up. So yeah, I mean, if you look over here, the sun's just getting more active, guys. Now, let me say this. Nothing's coming at us right now as far as CMEs and things like that. But it could happen at any time. Oh my gosh. Did you guys see that? Wow. I guarantee you nobody's even talking about that yet. Guys, that's going to come at us. So, check that out. Wham. Wow. Did you guys see what that did? Look right here. It blows the atmosphere right off the sun right there. Bam. That's crazy. So I would expect that we're going to catch that one. That one's going to come at us. I guess it could go north or south of us. But as far as left to right, or east to west, that's sizable, man. What time did that happen? Right around noon? Wow. I can't believe I didn't see that before. And that's why we look at different colors, different angstroms. Let's look at this one now. Now we know when it happened. What in the world? Okay, it happened at 11:59, or right around 11. Does this one even go back far enough? That's why. I'm going to take it back a little bit more, and we'll see it then. Let's just do it this way. Watch, I bet I didn't go back far enough. I didn't. What a man, you're ridiculous. Let's just do this real quick. Hold on, give me some time here, guys. Sorry. Let's go here. We'll just change that to 300 this time. I can't believe that I didn't see that before. I mean, it did. Look at that thing. Look, it goes out this way, that way, all directions. So yeah, guys, that sucker's going to come right at us, I would think. Again, it could go north or south. We'll check the CME tracker here in a minute, see if it picked up on anything. There it is. That's why I didn't see it on the yellow, because we weren't back far enough. Look at that. Wow. Okay. That's legit, guys. I mean, that's... we're going to have to wait and see what we're getting on that one. I'll tell you what we could do. Let's check out the Magnetopause models real quick first, before we get off of this. Pause it here. And yeah, we're getting all kinds of action. So, I don't know that any of this was like expected. I know we were supposed to get some increased solar wind, but I didn't think it was going to be doing anything like this. Okay, we're getting a work. You know, this makes perfect sense. What time did that earthquake happen? Let's go look real quick. I forget. Happened at, let's see, you're going to add 4, about 2100 on the 19th. So let's go back here. That's 2100, look. You guys see that? That happened right when that earthquake happened, guys. Now, I ain't saying that that's what caused it, or the only thing that caused it, but I can guarantee you one thing, it had an effect on it. Wow, look at this. We're going to look at that in a minute. I hadn't looked at these yet, guys. I was just doing this on the fly. I didn't think I was going to be seeing any of this stuff. This is crazy. Okay, so let's go look at this over here. I'm going to pause this one. So this is the solar wind speed up here, but let's go to, well, when the earthquake happened. Guys, we took a big hit right there, right when that earthquake happened. Right before. Look. So, you know, this just puts another feather in the hat that solar weather does affect this. You know? And again, I'm not saying it's the only thing that caused it. We all were talking about it anyway because we hadn't had one. Pressure was building. And probably what happened was it had got to that teeter point and we got hit with that. And when we got hit with that, it was enough to make it go. It's kind of what it looks like. I mean, that's just nuts. So let's look at this one. Okay. Now, I mean, yeah. You see how we're bouncing around in the front? And then we take hits in the back because of, you know, that energy's transferring over. So, look right there. You see that? That backside pressure was pushing hard enough that it actually wrapped around our magnetic field. Okay, there was no flat line like it was getting stopped like that. It actually wrapped around. And you see this dotted line? That's the satellite line. So that red is inside the satellite line. And you can actually see the energy and stuff kind of spiraling in. See that? Somebody else was talking about that spiraling in too. Can't remember who it was though. So when we're going forward like this, everything should be moving from right to left. Now we do get a rebound effect sometimes, but when we don't have that effect and yet we still get hit here in the back, there's no way that came from the sun. Had to come from something else. So yeah, I mean that's energy. I mean that's more than I thought we were going to see. Just to be honest. Oh wow. Okay, now we've seen this signature before. It kind of looks like a car. If you're looking at like through the back window of like a hatchback, that's what that looks like. But it's taken on the curve of our magnetic field. Okay, that's why you see this shape here. So that's why you see that. Now I'm going forward here, and yeah, I mean this is not going to stop anytime soon. It doesn't look like. So I would anticipate those quakes to continue like that up there until at least this thing calms down. Now I want to show you guys something while we're talking about this because I come across something and I want to know if anybody else has ever seen it before because I haven't. Let me look at this first though. Okay, what I want to do here first, I'm going to find out what time that one did that down here. Look at that, man. That was, I mean, that's substantial. I can't believe nobody else is talking about that yet. So that happened right around 12 UTC, okay, on the 19th. So let's go to 12 UTC on the 19th. What do we see? Well, you know what I see? Look at this. This is the kind of stuff that just makes me sick. You see this right here? It says 11 o'clock, right? We get to 12:24, 13, 14, and then it skips from 16 to 22. That's 6 hours of data we're not seeing. So that thing blew off the sun, right? We're not seeing any of the energy going this way or that way. So what are we left to believe? That means the energy is all behind this occulter, which would mean it's coming right at us. That's what that would mean. I'm seeing nothing even peeking around the occulter at all. So yeah, I don't know what's causing that, guys. We should be able to see something like that. When you see something do that, we should be able to see it. Because you can see how it went out in all directions. So most of that energy just hasn't, we don't have the updated info yet. Let's go over here to seeds real quick. Let me take it back to over here. And we might get to see like a flash or something over here. That's why we like this model, okay? Because we do get to see extra stuff. Look at that, see? Yeah. Yeah. I do think that's what happened, guys. If any of that energy left the sun, it had to either go to the left, right, or come at us. And we're not seeing nothing out to the left or the right. So let's look at the CME tracker, see if that stupid thing has done anything. Where did I put it at? There it is. Okay, yeah, it's still stuck on the 18th. It's not showing that one that happened up here. So, yeah. Imagine that. Okay, this is the Australian model. It gets real simple looking at this one, which I like it that way. So you're going to see this stuff kind of push back, forth, all kinds of stuff. Now keep in mind, guys, I've seen this thing compress all the way into about right here. And then I see it have rapid expansion all the way off the side of the graph where this line would disappear. That means our bow shock went out that far. That usually happens after we get compressed. And then it kind of springs back when we finally win that battle against the solar wind. So that's what you see on this one. This is a really good one to look at. I always say that. But, you know, shout out to my Aussie friends over there. You guys made a good tool on this one. That's for sure. Let's check this out. I already looked at this a little bit. You're going to see some stuff, but nothing like crazy. It's a little bit more active than what I would call normal. Yeah, I mean, so yeah. Let's look at this. See, they're mapping out coronal holes here too, guys. Okay, look at this. The sun's opening back up. You know, that's all. What that's going to do is it's going to allow us to have more solar wind. That's pretty much that simple. And we would definitely see, you know, an uptick on our Magnetopause models getting hit. Right? Now here's the near Earth objects real quick. You know, we got a 0.1 lunar distance again on the 21st. I haven't went down and like scrutinized this yet to see what they added today or if they added anything today. But this looks pretty similar to what it looked like yesterday. So nothing really huge there. You know. So if we go up here, they're talking about that sunspot. Okay? It says cracking up. Is this sunspot cracking up? They're talking about a light bridge. You got your magnetic positive negatives here, right? On the surface. And you'll get a light bridge. It's not really a flare. It's actual light. You know, x-rays and stuff like that. We just can't see it. We can see some of it, but not all of it. So when this is happening, a lot of times they'll go ahead and have a flare, or they'll just fizzle out. Well, I just showed you guys a flare from that sunspot. Right there. I don't think that's a flare. It's probably more like a CME. Because I'm not seeing that typical X pattern we see. Okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back here. Look at that crazy looking junk. Yeah, look at it here on this one. That's just, yeah. I really think that that's probably behind the occulter. And again, like I said, if it's behind the occulter and we can't see it, that means it's coming at us. Unless it went off the back side, and we know it didn't because we've seen it here. If I was to see something like that and I didn't see a sunspot here, then I would say, hey, maybe it's going off the back side because we can't see that either. The occulter would be blocking that too. Yeah, it don't go back far enough either. Daggone. Hold on a minute, guys. Let's just let this thing boot up. I do apologize for that. Guys, I just kind of threw this thing together because I really wasn't planning on doing one tonight. Just so everybody knows. That's why it's kind of slow. Yeah. Hurry up and load. Come on. Yep. Watch right here. See that? Let's zoom in so you guys can see it better. Yeah. So I'm convinced that that was an ejection of some sort. Before I get you off of this, I did something else too for you guys real quick. This is SDO. Yesterday I showed you the difference from solar minimum to solar maximum on SOHO. Well, this is the one from SDO. Okay? Now, you're going to notice that there's a clear difference here. Okay? Back in 2013, this tool was newer, right? It had been out there for a while, but it hadn't been out there long enough for the lenses and stuff to kind of get damaged a little bit. That's why the definition here is so much clearer. But you guys, look guys, look at all the sunspots. All right, this is what we got today. Now you go back at a year here. Well, let's take that off of that, and let's go back a year. Come on. So, yeah, that's 2020. Why didn't it give me 2019? That's stupid. Oh, I know why. Sorry. That's why. Okay, so that's what we had back in 2019. Roughly about the same day. About a year ago. Here. And this is back in 2013. So that should give you a pretty clear idea of what we can expect as far as number of sunspots. So what I'm saying is we're going to see an uptick in activity overall anyway. Now I do think we're going to get a more than normal type of thing though. I really do. And what I mean by that is it may not all look impressive coming off the sun, but our magnetic field is weaker. So it won't take as much to really give us a good hit. Alright. I'm going to get the chat back up here for a minute. Yeah, you're right, Ricky. That's exactly what I was saying. I want to get you guys' opinion on this because I don't know what this is. I haven't looked at this tool long enough to be comfortable with saying anything about what I'm actually seeing with this. But this is the shortwave IR. Okay? This is where the earthquake happened. Alright? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this back. And yeah. Watch these. I don't even want to say it. They almost look like energy waves. That's all I can say. I don't know what it is. So they're going to be vertical like this, but they're actually going to be like almost pulsating, and you can see the clouds go over top of them, and when they do, these things don't move, just the clouds. So watch this. You see all these little hash marks? Now I'm going to go like this. Look down here. You guys seeing that? Do you guys see what looks kind of like a, I don't know, kind of like an, almost like an energy thing going on there. And it's only right here on the islands, the Aleutian Islands, where that earthquake is. You can see the clouds go over top of them, or just they're interacting with something there. See it? See how they stay, but the other clouds are moving? Then you can kind of even see something here. Can you guys see those? Is anybody else seeing those with me? I mean, they even go out as far as right here. And see how they're not moving? Right here? Watch right here. The clouds move, but the location of that doesn't. See it? And they're all the way up and down this whole chain. This whole Aleutian Island chain up here in Alaska where this earthquake happened. Yeah. Let's go here to let's go to the natural color. We may see it here too. I'm not sure. Yeah, you can even see it there. Not as decisive, but you can see it. Look. And look at the clouds around. Nothing else is looking like that except right over top of these islands. Now, look here. Look at this. I mean, it looks like a beam. I mean, watch right here. This section right here. Somebody tell me that ain't no beam. I mean, I don't know what that is. You say long wave? There's short wave. Where's the long wave on that? It looks really strange. Yeah, I thought that too, Ricky. That's why I was asking everybody. That could be, well, the thing, no, this is before the quake, Ricky. This is on the 18th. So if they weren't there, then we had the quake, then wouldn't that be what you said that was? But if it happened before, so, you know, it may not be nothing. I don't know. I'm just asking if anybody else knows what it is. So if we go to the true color, I wonder what this will show us. I mean, the clouds in this whole area are taking on that kind of a shape. I mean, we've seen stuff like this before. But look, I mean, all the way down through here. I don't know if it's normal or not. I just find it odd that it's only in this location. And that's right where that earthquake happened. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to a different spot just to see if I can see anything like this. Well, let's go over here. Guys, I'm not seeing nothing there. I only see it in the location of the Aleutian Islands. It's just kind of strange. Yeah, I mean, well, if we were getting them before the quakes, though, Ricky, how could it be the quake if we're getting it before? I'm seriously. I just want to know. I'm not trying to disagree with you or anything because I don't know. It probably isn't nothing but more than what Ricky's saying there. I just don't, maybe it does release some energy before the quakes happen. I don't know. But this is back on the 18th. That's 24 hours before the quake even happened. Yeah. That's a possibility, Willow. Yeah, for sure. So it probably is. It's just, like you said, it's right in that same area. So if that is a phenomenon, that could definitely be what it is. They look like tire treads. It's kind of crazy. Right there. So, yeah. Yeah. Yep, I agree. Like I said, guys, I just didn't know what it was. That's why I was asking you guys. I was hoping somebody would give me a good explanation for that. But once Ricky said that, and then Willow was talking about it could be from the foreshocks that were happening, it makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. So that's most likely probably what that is. How far out can that... I haven't checked my emails, Ricky. I'm sorry. I've been so busy. It's been crazy. If anybody knows how far out can that energy go from that? From like an earthquake. Say the earthquake was here. How far out would you expect that energy to affect the clouds like that? It's just, when I'm looking at this, it's like the energy's staying there and the clouds are moving over top of it. All kinds of strange. Okay, Annie. Go look, you said. Hold on. Hang in here, guys. Okay. Okay. So, let me look. Yeah, I'm looking at... You talking about the last one I got from Ricky is on the 16th. Is that the one you're talking about? Near Fort Collins Canyon. Huh. Yeah, I'll dig into that a little bit later. But yeah. Sorry this ain't all put together all well tonight, guys. I've been all over the place today. And So yeah. Again, like I said, for those who've asked, my wife is doing fine. She's doing good. Thanks for the prayers. Appreciate it. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I'm still learning, guys, on all that, especially that DuPage site. I don't know much about that one. I've been using it just to see those things, but yeah. Oh, you talking about the helioplots here, the seismographs? Yeah, look at that. Wow. I'm sure it rang all through the whole planet. Look at that. It sure did. Wow. That's China. That's on the other side of the world. Look at that, guys. Every one of them. Well, there's one in Missouri. My guess is it's down. Wow. Man, good call, Ricky. That's impressive. Look at that. Wow. Man, we got our bell rung pretty good there, didn't we? Man. Can I ask you this? And is this something that's happened before, where all of them across the whole globe went completely berserk? I don't know. I've not looked at this very often. Hey, what's up, Mighty Mark? IG, good to see you here. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, because usually when we're talking about these guys, what I've seen Dutch and Scott and other people do is they'll go down through here and look at these things, and you'll see a clear line of travel. Like you'll have an earthquake, say it's in Alaska, and say the direction of the pressure was moving down towards, I don't know, California. You'll see the seismographs in those areas go do this right here, but just in that area, not the whole planet. So something rung our bell pretty freaking good. That is, look, guys, that's Dakota. This is Brazil. South Dakota and Brazil. Venezuela, completely black. Hey, Toluca. Wow, man. There's not one here that ain't just completely cracked out, man. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's amazing. Guys, you see what I'm doing here? I'm doing it live right in front of you. I just hit the bottom. That's every one of them. Every one of them, guys. Yeah, it's to explain what Ricky's saying there in the chat, guys. It's what I said a minute ago. When you get an earthquake in one area, usually it'll travel. And it does. I mean, it'll ring all the way through, but it'll ring in a clear direction. It doesn't typically do the whole planet like this. There is not one seismograph on here that did not max out. That's kind of crazy. So just to reiterate, Ricky, you've never seen it do this before, ever? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that would make sense that the plates are shifting. Well, let's do this real quick while I got you guys here. We can do this. Now that we know that this has actually happened, let's go here and change it up a little bit. Let's go back to the shortwave. I'm curious to see what's going on here with the hot spots. Yeah, Ricky, I'm with you. This is ridiculous. Let's go here real quick. Let's remember we were starting to get hot spots down here around the North American Craton. Okay. So if that thing is moving, you would think that you would see some hot spots here. So let's look. Yep, look at that. I mean, all up and down. No question. No question about it. You guys see that little faint, like, cloud going from northeast to southwest? Watch. That's kind of strange. But you're seeing those hot spots, guys. Look. Wow. Yeah, we just looked at the Arkansas one there and didn't look like we had much there. Well, it's doing it some. Yeah, right up in through there. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Forgive my ignorance here, but what's VLF? The abbreviation there. I know I sound like an idiot asking that question, but I don't know the answer to that. Oh, very low frequency. Okay, yeah, I knew that. I just don't know why I brained it. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, my mind was somewhere else. Yeah, duh. Yeah, look at that. Look at all them hot spots. It's kind of nuts. I don't know, guys. Whatever you guys think, man. I mean, I don't have any answers for you. That's for sure. On that, wow, that link, man. Wow. Look at that, guys. Yeah. Yeah, Exile, good to see you in here, by the way. Didn't say hi to you yet. Amby Lee, what's up? Yeah, I think it's a little bit more than that this time. Amy Lee, I think it's more than just magma. I think, what'd you say there? So something way bigger than a quake in Alaska happened. Yeah, I think so too. Is anybody else saying that? I haven't seen Dutch's stuff yet. Thanks, Terry. I appreciate that, man. What's up, Menacing? You think the plate fell 15 to 20 feet? Really? Wouldn't that do a whole lot more than what it did? Just curious. I don't know. Okay, yeah. Oh, you're talking about the buoy? Yeah, the buoy could, that's wave height. Oh, Dutch said that, did he? Okay. Wow. Yeah, what Annie said there. Thank you, Ricky. I mean, wow. Did he say if he's ever seen these helioplots do this all at once? Wow. Okay. If the entire plate shifts, Ricky, would that, wouldn't we see quakes on all sides of it? Okay, IG, I got you. I'm with you. He didn't mention it? Yeah. Yeah, he said the buoys acted differently. Yeah, we can look at buoys too, I think. I'm not sure if I've got it on this one or not. I'm sure a bunch of them went into event mode. Yeah. So I guess, like this right here, guys. That quake happened, like I said, about 2100, right? So if we go back here and we look at the magnetopause models, magnetically, we were reacting pretty severely at that time. So, what came first, the chicken or the egg? You know what I mean? Did the earthquakes cause the earth to release some of its energy? Or did the energy coming from outside actually help trigger the earthquakes? Or is both going on? I don't know. But, we were definitely getting compressed by the solar wind. Okay? See how we got compressed right there? That was about 4 hours before that earthquake happened. And then if we keep moving, you can see how it stays in real close. That means we were getting some pretty good constant pressure. Okay. He doesn't look at the seismographs? I know Mr. MBB3 does. I know he looks at those quite a bit. Now that you mention that, Ricky, I don't know that I have seen him look at those very often. He's shown them before, but I don't know, how often. Hey, thanks, third time. Appreciate that. I'm sorry if I missed somebody in there, guys. Willow, any word on the tsunami? I don't think it was very big. I'm not going to say that it wasn't, but from the reports I'm seeing, and from, well, we can look at this right here. Okay, they're starting to cut this area back too. So, because that whole area was orange, they're cutting back on it like it's petering out now. Yeah, 2-foot tsunami, right? So it wasn't something that was. It probably just wasn't in the right position to actually cause, the water to or the ocean water to react in a wave-like pattern. It kind of gets sucked back. We've talked about that a little bit, but that's how a tsunami's generated. Well, they generate a couple different ways, but yeah, I don't think he does either. Like I said, Rick, yeah, I don't think he does. I've seen him look at him a couple times, but I've never, actually seen him try to explain it. Ricky, what do you think about? And I know I keep leaning on you with this earthquake thing. I am sorry. I just don't have the knowledge on this, and someday I hope that I do. So I do appreciate everything you're contributing here. I really do. But do you think that the like a CME or magnetics could help trigger that? I mean, because if it increases pressure, what if we were on that, that edge, and we were right there ready to let that plate move, or all the plates move, and then the solar wind, we took a big hit from the sun, and it just kind of pushed it on over. I thought maybe that could be part of it. I don't know. Like I said, they've come out with a lot of new studies now, guys. See you, Mark. Good to see you, bud. Thanks for coming by. They're now starting to use it in their models. Yes, guys, Emergency Management Associates, Ron Tyler. Go to that channel, guys. IG, Ricky, you guys can put his link in there if you want. It doesn't bother me. Go ahead. He doesn't he concentrate just on the Pacific Northwest? Ain't that where he's at? If I'm correct, I think that's where he's at, if I remember right. So yeah, guys, that's substantial stuff going on here. I mean, I just don't even know what to say about it anymore. I would be curious to know the last time this happened. Angelo, I don't have that I need to get it, but I don't have that app or that program. Yeah, he's in Utah, but doesn't he more so study the Pacific Northwest? Thanks, Cindy. I appreciate that. Yeah, Angelo, I don't know where to go to get that. I mean, I could find it, but I'm not going to do it right now because I can't. I don't want to start Xing out windows and stuff like that. But yeah, I do need to get that. It's not hard to get. It's just I just haven't done it. Yeah, he showed the graphs, but Mighty Mark, it wasn't all of them. It was like a clear pattern, and that's what he was showing. It went out in a specific direction. Hey, Della, what's up? If I remember right. I've never seen Mr. MB3 show these all doing it all at the same time. I've seen him show multiple. Yeah, I'll try to have that by next stream, Angelo, because I like that one better too. It's easier to look at. Thanks, Bill. I appreciate that. All right, cool. So yeah, guys. I mean, this is just crazy. Yeah, that was kind of odd too. Usually when we get these big ringers like this, not this size. This is like unheard of from what I'm gathering. Um, Usually the Schumann will react, and we didn't see anything on that one. Look, I mean, it's pretty quiet. So, but let me say this too. Stuff can happen underneath, guys, okay, underneath the ground, and the Schumann sometimes won't pick it up. Because really what you're looking at is the frequency between the surface of the Earth and the top part of our atmosphere. So stuff that's vibrating inside that's what we're looking at, when we're trying to look at this. But with that said, when stuff happens inside our planet, it will sometimes cause a frequency increase in that area between the surface and the atmosphere. You want to surf it? Surf that sucker, huh? Surf that tsunami? Wow. It's kind of crazy. River rain, I don't think we could say that yet. Let me say this about that. She's asking, are we done with the earthquakes? Probably not. Oh no, gosh. Don't ever think that. Not at all. We appreciate everything you just did right there. I know I do. Phil, you taking off? Or Phi? Is it Phi? Yeah, Phi. Well, thanks for stopping in, man. Yeah, and what she says there about the sun. I mean, they're actually addressing this now with peer-reviewed papers, and you're gonna see more and more of that slowly come out, because they can't just come out and just say, hey, yes, it's always been like this, because then they'd have to admit that they were wrong. And that's not going to happen. Oh, does he? Okay, I didn't know that. Hey, Shane, what's up? What are you saying there, Jason? Okay, we'll go back over here and do that. The ABI. You have to point me to the right one here, man. I'm not seeing no ABI. I don't know what that is. This one? Or is it the long wave IR you're wanting to see? Right here? I think so. Yeah. Yeah, that one. That's what I thought you meant. So go to the southwest. What are we looking at? Oh, you want to go to the... I thought you said the south. Okay. I know what you're saying now. Hold on a minute. Where here do you want to go? Like up here? Oh, you want to go sub-regional? Okay. Then where? Anywhere? Down here? Or out? Okay. Like down here? Yeah, okay. All right. Like right there. All right. What was that? Is that just a typical glitch? That happened that... Holy cow, that happened right as that earthquake happened, didn't it? Right before. Yeah, I caught something like this last week on here. Like all this down here. Wow. Yeah, that's a strange thing for this thing to do. I don't know that if it is normal. I don't know. I caught something like that last week, but I'm not sure. And I don't know that that's clouds. I think that's I think it's when the daytime and nighttime's kind of switching there. See that? Whoa, what was that? Never mind. Thought I seen something, didn't. Wow. What's up, Daniel? Lance? David? Gabrielle? Yeah, me either, Jason. Wow. Particle IR in the same area. You want to look there? Okay. Number 6 here? Is that what you're wanting? Oh, you're welcome, Jason. Thanks for being here, man. I mean, I'm just trying to learn, guys. And I said this before. I learned a lot more from you guys than I could ever show you. That's 100% fact. Yeah, yeah. That's right. There you go, Angela. I like that. Each one teach one. That's awesome. You're welcome, Rose. That's right, Willow. For sure. That's cool. Thanks, CW. Hey, have you been over to Mark's channel tonight yet? I'm getting ready to go ahead and Yeah. That's the thing here, guys. I haven't said that yet. Hey, Eli, how you doing? Ellie, I'm sorry. Eli. I don't know why I go there with that, but that big seismograph anomaly we've seen across the planet, guys, that was after the earthquake. So yeah. Wow. You're welcome, Alfred. Good to have you here. Yeah, she's killing it tonight, that's for sure. Maybe. Yeah, reverberation, possibly. Hey, Michael. Della. Yeah. We had a pretty good, learning session, at least for me. Somebody said they want to see Yellowstone. We can go look at Yellowstone if you want. Real quick. Yeah, there's not much going on right there. I mean, there's swarming, but I don't know if it's... Look here. Looks like it might be spreading around. Starting to spread around now. That pressure might be transferring. They had a tsunami in Hawaii, Tsunami Advisory. Okay? They said the tsunami was what, a couple feet? Wasn't huge. That's cool, CW. You gonna check out Mark tonight, or you gonna whatever there? Yeah. Yeah, they're still. I mean, they're gonna keep rumbling here, guys. It's not gonna stop. Not for any time soon. So and it will. I would think that pressure would spread and just kind of go out in both directions. Something I noticed too, guys, there for about 4 or 5 days, we were getting earthquakes like right here. Every day. Wasn't big ones. It was like 4 pointers or 5 pointers. But it happened like five days in a row. Like right there. Yeah, reverberation. No, I don't see anything going on at Yellowstone right now, guys. Nothing big anyway. Guys, let's do this real quick, okay? I am going to start exiting out of some of this stuff. Let's go over here and do this with, I do this just about every night at the end of my stream. We can go over here and say hi to Mark if you guys want to. Let me get the link here. So let's go over here and give him a little love, guys. Go in there and say, hey, hi from Wages World. Let's get that watch number there. It says 25 of it watching right now. Let's get that up to at least 50. Let's see if we can do that. Guys, do me a favor. Just pop over there even for 5 minutes. It makes a difference, guys. It really does. Got to share that, right? So, cool, guys. Cool. I am going to head over there myself. Okay. So I'm gonna post this link again. That is to his live stream right now. So let's go over there and just blast him with some. Oh my gosh, 35 already. You guys are awesome. That's cool. Sweet. Alright, guys. I'll see you guys over there. God bless. Ricky, thanks for all your help. Everybody else, thanks for being here. God bless. Yahuwah saves, and you can drink this Kool-Aid. Body and soul.